Good morning, everyone. See, without wishing you good morning, my day starts in an incomplete way. I hope your day begins with a great smile on your face. So, this is Deepika Luna, your ICT teacher, is once again with you with a new tutorial. So, let's start. In last tutorial, we discussed about the importance of text data type. Then we learned about different formats for the Boolean data type. We also learned about referential integrity, that how to enforce referential integrity and what is the importance of using it. And then the most important, we learned about form, then how to add a record in a form, and uh, different navigation buttons on the navigation bar of a form. And today we will continue with the same topic. In today's lesson, we will discuss about combo box or drop down lists in a form. Along with this, how to create or insert buttons in a form. For example, in many of the digital form, you might have seen the buttons like uh, next record, previous record, submit button. So how to create such buttons in the form, we will learn this. And these both the topics are very important from the point of view of examination. Many chances are there that some question might be asked on the basis of these two tools of a form. So let's start with today's tutorial. So in the last tutorial, we completed up to this form. We learned how to create the form. Now move to the next part. In 26th part, we have to identify three features that could be added to the form to make it easier to use. What does it want to say? That the form which we have created here, this form which we have created here, we have to add some features, so it should be easy for the user to use. So what features we can add in this? We have not done form till now, so I will tell you that what other features we can add. If you see this in datasheet view, you can see under tree type you have multiple fields. You can see here like different types of the tree, and similarly you have different tree IDs. For each tree ID you have different tree type. So there is not even a single tree ID which is indicating the similar value or so. But if we see this SC1 sweet chestnut and SC10 sweet chestnut, but there are multiple types. So now if I go to form view, now if I want to see what different tree IDs are available, I cannot move to the other tree IDs. Yes, we have to open the datasheet view and then we can check. But what is the benefit of using form if we have to use it to the datasheet view? Because forms are actually used for the easy interface between the user and the system. So again here I cannot check it. Yes, it might be possible that it is not mandatory to check here, but in some cases we might need to check that which tree type we want to choose. Now then how to do that? Like it means we can create the drop down. So if we want to create the drop down in form, we use the combo box tool. So let's start. You can see here home, create, external data, database tools. Only these four tabs are active. Now if I, first of all, I'm just closing it here. Now if I go to view, we have three different views. Right now we are at the form view. Now we will go to the design view. We will discuss about layout view also. Now when I click on the design view, it will open the form and design view where I can edit the form. So here, now earlier we were having only 4 tabs. Now you can see here design, arrange, and format tab is also active, which is under the form design tools. Now in this you can see that here, as we can edit the form. Now what we need to do here, I talked about combo box, so we have to go to this control group. Now you can see here this button, this is called as combo box. You have to go through with the steps. So what you can do, you have two options that which you can do here. First of all, you can simply click on suppose tree ID and right click on this, then go to change to, then there will be different options available to which you want to change it. Text box, which is inactive, label, list box, all we will discuss. Combo box, now we want to change it to the combo box. Now I clicked on the combo box. Now this property sheet is very important. Many of the controls you will do through this property sheet. Now when you will go to this property sheet, you will go to the row source. Now under the row source, you will click on this control dot. These are the control dots. I'll click on this. Then it will open the query. Now query, actually we will do further. Query is basically used to fetch some of the records or retrieve some of the records on the basis of some criteria. Further we will discuss about it. It is a query window. So all these 3 tables are available with us in this database 9. So we are working with form, which is for the table tree. So I've just click this and click. Now click on the close button. Now in this window, first of all we will choose the field for which we want to create the combo box or drop down list. Then I'm choosing it for tree type. I have already chosen it in the form view. So now when I click on this run button, see what will happen. So now from all the records of trees table, I have this tree type with all the values available in this tree type field. Now there is a repetition of the values. Now a drop down list should be there where there should not be repetition of the values, but here we can see the repetition of the values are there. So what is the benefit of using drop down list? Because we do not want repetitive values in the drop down list or the combo box. Now I'm simply closing it. Now it is asking that do you want to make this save the changes made to the SQL statement and update the property. So I'm just clicking no, because I do not want to save it. So I'm just starting it with the new query. You can continue with also, but just to recap the steps, I have just chosen the no option. So this is already tree type has already been chosen for change to combo box. Now it is disabled because we have already chosen it to or we have already selected it change to combo box. Now we have to click on, this is a property sheet for the tree type. Now we will go to the row source and these three dots are there. You can see these 3 dots. You have to click on these 3 dots as we did earlier. Now it is again opening the query window. Then here we are clicking on the trees table, add, then click on the close button. Now again you have the same window. Now again I'm choosing the field. Here we are choosing the tree type. Then a tree type is in the table tree, so it is automatically showing it. Now you can see here, this is the property sheet of the field tree type. What we need, the property sheet of this query. Property sheet is very important. We will use a different command through the property sheet to make our query form or different objects of the database which will work properly. So this is for the tree type field, as it is written here, field properties. This is a property sheet for the field tree type. So I want to go to the query property sheet, so I'll simply click on this blank area. You can see this blank area. I'll simply click on this blank area and we will have the property sheet of the query. So it is selection type showing query properties. Now here, first of all, we have to choose unique value. Now whatever values are available in the field tree type, we will only choose the unique values. If you want to choose only the unique values, so by default it is no. I'm choosing it as yes. Click on yes. Now we will run it. There are only 16 records we are having now. Earlier we were having many records. I have not shown you that time, but when you will practice, just check the number of records here in the navigation bar. Here right now I'm having only 16 records. So this is the drop down list values which we want to display without any repetition. Only these 16 values are there, but I want to it was earlier displaying repetitively. So now again I'll close it. First of all, I'll save it and then I will simply close it. Now once I close it, now I will go to the form view. So for that I will click on the view button. Here we have the view button. Click on the view button and then we will directly come to the form view, or otherwise you can click on this drop down. We have different views, as I told you earlier also. Then you can simply click on the form view. Now if you see the form type, let's see. Now so we have only these 16 types available here, which we wanted to create in the form of combo box. So this is the way that we can create the drop down. So we can write here, the user can create the drop down. We must not create this drop down in this, because we have not been asked to do this in this task. It was just to tell you that how to create a combo box. If you have seen, if you have noticed, then there are, for each tree type, there are different tree ID. So it means there will be different value for each code. So if I see here, the same is here, because it was not given in this task, but just to show you that how to create or how to use a combo box tool in form, I have shown it to you. So I'm just making it, I'm just going, first of all I'm just closing it, and I'm going to design view. I just undo everything whatever I have done, because if I will do it here, then it may create some problem for us, because we have not been told to create the combo box and all. So this is the first thing which we can do in this. Other than that, what else we can do, or what other feature we can add in this? I'm just enlarging the window here. Now if I go to the form view, you can see here the this navigation bar which I discussed in the last tutorial, and I told you that we can go back and forth to the records whenever we want to move. And if you want to add to the new record, then we can click on this highlighted arrow, new blank record button. Then a blank record will open and you will be able to add the record. But sometimes, if you have noticed, there are some buttons on the record that which will take you to the next record or previous record, or submit button. So different buttons are available which are there on the form. So we can create such buttons also in the form. So how to create those buttons? Click on the view, then go to the design view. Click on the design view. Now Again we will go to the controls group. Under the controls group we will have this button. This is known as button only. So when I will click on this button, now you can see it is giving me it is allowing me to create a button here. Once I will simply drag it, then it will open the command button wizard. Now we have different categories in this. You can see here, first is the record navigation. Under the record navigation category we have different actions. We can perform different actions, like we can find next, find record, go to first record, go to last record, go to next record, go to previous record. Whatever action we want, or whatever action we want a button to perform, we can do that. First of all we will check all these categories. Now record operations, that is for the if we want to add a new record or if we want to delete a record. You can see the sample here for the pictures that it will be there. Then duplicate record, then print record, then save record, then we have undo record. So all these operations are for record operations. Further we have form operations. If you want to that apply form filter, or if you want to close the form, if you want to open the form, if you want to print a form, if you want to print current form, refresh from data. So see, there are many categories. You can try each one. So one of them I will try here with you, that I will tell you that how to create this button. So for example, if I am doing it for form operation, or I just want to do for, I will do it for I'm just doing it for add new record only. So click next. Now how do you want to display it? You want to display it as a picture, or do you want to display it as a text? Better to choose as a text, because it will be easy for any of the person to read and understand. If you are going to show it through some icon or picture, it might be possible the person may not understand, but it is completely up to you that the way you want to design your form. So I'm just choosing text, then click on next. Then what name you want to give to this button? A meaningful name should be there which will refer to this button. So it was for adding a record, so I'm just writing here add new or add record. Simply I'm just writing add record. I'm just switching off the caps lock. Add record. Now click on the finish. Now you can see this button is there. Now add record button is there. Now if we go to the design view, we go to the form view. Now if I click on this add record, now this add record button allow me to open a blank record, and now I can make entries to these values. I hope this is clear to you. These are some of the tools which we can use, and yes, in database or data manipulation you might be asked to perform such operations in your examinations. They are very important. Form is one of the important tool that will surely be asked in your examination also. So other than this, let's try another button. So I just clicked on it. So when I simply drag it here, then open a form or close the form, report operation. I'm just choosing go to next record. I'm just doing this next. Then let's have a picture for this, so that it will be clear that if picture you will choose, then how it will look. Sample picture will be like this, but in case if you want some other picture to be displayed in instead of this image which is shown here in the sample or the preview window, then you can click on the browse button and you can use it. Like it can be any of the picture which you have downloaded from internet, or in your system it is already available, you can use also. So if I click here, show all pictures, I just do not want for if show all pictures. If you click, so go to new, you can see here different pictures will be there. So here, so I'm doing uncheck this. Now click on the next. Now here again we have to give some name to this. So next record, then click on the finish button. Now this is the button which is shown here. Now what is the meaning that we have entered a name to this? So let's see. Click on view, click on the form view. Now when I simply click on this, and you can see this next record. Now this is the name we have given to this button, so it will give an idea to the user that what is the use of this button. Basically people are aware of such buttons which are very common to use, but still if someone is not aware, then this highlighted text, when you will place a pointer on this, then it will make it easy for the user to understand the use of this button. Now currently we are at the second record of 43 records. So now if I want to move to the third record, I will simply click on the next record button, and then now I am at the third record. You can see on the navigation bar. So I think this is enough for today. Please try all these tools. The task sheet I have already given you with the last tutorial. I will attach I think I do not need to attach any of the files over there. Whatever source files I have been attached in the yesterday or the last tutorial, you just use those source files for practice all these tools, and let me know if you face any difficulty. So in today's tutorial we learned about combo box or a drop down list. Then along with this we learned about buttons in a form, that how to create various buttons in a form. I hope topic is clear to each one of you. Do practice for these two tools along with the previous tutorial. You can watch the previous tutorial also and practice the complete exercise once. So thank you, have a nice day.